economy slows too much and their hand is forced. That's what you don't want to have happen.
And there are plenty of those that are still arguing that. And they look at leading economic indicators, which have had a string of negative numbers portending recession now for the last, I don't know, year and a half. They look at the yield curve, which is still inverted and continues to be inverted, even though it has steepened a little bit. They look at the 10-year yield now falling like a stone. Is it just factoring in higher odds of lower cuts, or does it factor in some sort of economic weakness?
I also wonder, as the market has rallied so much, as make the turn, the S&P's up 24% now year to date. Do people stay with this?
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second. Let me alert the.
Straight week inflow of inflows. So you've got all this money rush in. Markets go.
Let me alert the rest of the folks. Let them know that we are live. Let's see. Good morning, Queen. Live. Right. Feeling like I need to edit my watch list a little bit. Actually,
it's about 29% higher than its level just before as people rushed in because the rates were attractive. Does that money come out and go into stocks and bonds? Is that even a tailwind or not? I remember talking to the Charles Schwab CEO a week ago or so, Walt Bencher. He said, no, that's not in itself, but moves stocks higher.
okay, so give me a second. I'm just gonna compile a quick watch. This was this AMD. Okay, so at the very top, no, that's Amazon. Okay, so we're gonna drag. We'll drag Amazon down. Oh, hold on. Let's extend this baby down. Okay. Okay, so we have Amazon, Apple. I want to have Tesla at the top. Here's NVIDIA second. Then Apple. It's no longer Facebook, it's Meta. Then we're gonna have Meta. I'll keep Beyond Meat. Nike, I don't really care for Nike. MST. Then we'll put Microsoft below Meta. Amazon, don't really care for Roku. What's another one? Honestly, I prefer Intel, INTC. Netflix, Disney, we can keep on there. Bank of America, Beyond Meat, Baba, Target, FTX, FedEx. What's another one? So Tesla, Okay, so I have Neo. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be cleaning up my watch list because I have some stuff I'm not even using. And I have NVIDIA here, so don't need that.
Strong demand now, whether that's people coming in off the sidelines to lock in higher rates before the Fed starts cutting next
stock.
year,
We could leave this.
TMC,
not really much. We can get rid of you. ORC, we can keep you. CLM, yeah, not much movement. We can get rid of you. Watch, yeah, we'll get rid of you as well. This is Euro JPY.
John Williams and others. It was weak.
Looking at
And it was
you more.
dismissed. And the market just raced on in terms of
Yeah,
pricing
the
rate
more.
cuts for we're at 90% odds in the swaps market that the Fed cuts in March.
Look, the most powerful Fed speak. Now, obviously, the Fed chair, with great respect, and obviously, is voice
We
carries
can
the
leave that.
most weight. But you know, Waller
Neo,
set this whole thing
CWB,
in motion by suggesting if
trading
inflation
that.
continues to
You know,
come down, yeah, we
I'll
can cut.
remove Neo from
And it was the
here
first moment where Leisman was saying he said the point.
and not add
Chair
Neo
Powell had a
here.
chance to little throw did not, and that just extended the
Also, Waller was an important voice when the Fed turned uber hawkish when it started quadrupling its rate hikes to 75 basis points or AAA.
UVXY.
So, again, we're going to continue to talk about this incredible rally when we return. An analyst joins us with the top picks for social media stocks for 2024.
All right. Any positions at the moment? No. No positions at the moment. So let me just start off with some stocks, right?
Watch that level carefully. 4796.
The hell? Why isn't it? Bro. Seriously? So let's do here, watch list. Let's go here, go to options. Okay. So we have Tesla might not be able to get over 258. So if we're looking to come down today, we could see a nice pullback. Nvidia 4-hour time frame sideways. If Nvidia can't get over yesterday's highs, we're most likely going to retrace. Apple's just been dropping steadily. Meta 1 hour. Again, if we can't break the other day's high, so what's this? What's today? I don't even know what today is. The 27th. So I want to say this is probably Fridays. So if we can get over this high of 357, we're gonna end up retracing. Meta looks to continue down. Amazon just sideways action on the 1 hour time frame, so not interested in that. Intel is my long-term play from the 28s, and this baby is currently at $51. I'm looking for Intel to shoot over $80 a share. Netflix not doing much. Disney don't really care for it. Bank of America. Oh no, Boeing. Oh, Boeing. Beyond Meat. Baba. FedEx. Neo with a nice move the last few days. So yeah. Let's go back to futures. Alright, so on the future side, let's start off with the Dow, right? So the Dow's been in a range from last night. So I'm looking for Dow either to break back below here, retest and continue lower, or shoot up to retest the highs, because ES took out the previous highs, and so did NQ. NQ also took out last week's highs. So the only one that hasn't done it yet is the Dow. So we'll see how things play out at the 9:30 open, or at least going into 10 o'clock. Are you looking for shorts today? I think I am. I think I am looking for shorts, because we've taken out the highs several times. So I just want to see, are we gonna break above yesterday's highs and maybe push a couple more points and then drop? So I'm leaning more towards a possible short today, but I want to see either a run up to the highs and a nice wick rejection, And a confirmation short would be if we break below 17,075. That would be a nice short. Overall, I'm just gonna be patient and wait until I get the direction. All night we respected this level, so if we break below 17,075, it's game on. Possibly a drop all the way to 17,043. So we just gotta be patiently and wait. So we got a little less than 15 minutes to go before the open. So just be patient, wait, and see what we can catch. But I am leaning more towards shorts.
Yeah, where does AI factor into all of this, particularly around Amazon? I ask you because one of your peers on the street today over at Raymond James makes Amazon their top pick. They're looking from laggard to leader in terms of AI. It seems like so many other companies are the ones dominating the conversation here, but what about Amazon?
Well, for Amazon, on a broad level, you have that same context. You have faster growth, expanding margins, market share gains in online retail, and recovery in cloud. In terms of AI specifically, Amazon's strengths are fully in the infrastructure layer, and where they lack some momentum is on the application layer. That's for Microsoft and OpenAI.
So no positions yet. So just gonna be here patiently waiting to see what we can get. Now, if momentum comes in and price starts pushing, I may be inclined to take a long, but I mean, this thing is super overbought. We did take out the highs that I was expecting it to do. So yeah, so gotta be cautious.
First off, on historical levels, the stock trades below its typical earnings multiple. So, I think compounding earnings growth will be enough for Meta. Aside from that, there's still a lot of concern around competition from TikTok, for example, and there we're seeing Reels continue to take market share. Stories is still driving a lot of monetization on Meta. The part that may be less well understood is the fact that messaging, WhatsApp and Messenger, these are emerging as new billion-dollar businesses for Meta. We think that's the major theme of the year ahead, and one reason why we like that stock.
I'm curious about your performance on Instacart because this one was a more controversial, I would say, new entrant in terms of the IPO market, questions about the moat. I know they get an increasing portion of revenues from online ads, which may be why you like it, but the overall business, what do you think are the prospects for that, and what's the sentiment like from some of your institutional clients on this one?
Yeah, sentiment on Instacart is quite mixed. I think the prospect of a lot of competition.
Okay, nice little rejections right here so far on a 15-minute. Right, if we go over to a 5-minute time frame, we can see actually it's better on a 15. So you can see right here, rejection. So far, all these candles are closing below this level right here. So this is a good sign. But again, we don't want to get ahead of it, right? So we want to see, is it going to do like it did yesterday, a nice little drop and then rally, or is it going to pop and then drop?
About a stock that we haven't really talked about much outside of the controversy recently from the CEO of Wayfair suggesting employees need to work longer, work harder, etc. Is there any further fallout to come from that, from a stock standpoint, execution risk? Are you thinking about that story at all, in that it may have more legs?
Well, Wayfair is a high-quality technology company in a very challenging end market in home furnishings, and I think that's been a lot of the story for years here. It's a low-margin business. There's a lot of competition. I don't think those specific remarks will impact the company or sentiment all that much. I think we've seen a lot of that effect perhaps thus far. It depends what the CEO does, I think, from this point. So that being said, in a more favorable or accounting rate environment, stocks like Wayfair tend to do better. They have debt, they perhaps, trade at growth stock multiples. And from that perspective, that could be a tailwind for Wayfair this year. What we're really looking for is margin expansion. That gives them the room to invest more in growth, and that's what will make us more constructive on the stock.
So what was your best call of 2023, Colin?
Oh, I think it was Meta. We said buy the dip back in Q4 of last year. Meta would get its mojo back. The street was missing all that was happening with Reels and monetization and competition. So maybe we got lucky with that.
And it's Pinterest for you for 2024? Is that the fave?
Yeah, Pinterest was our top second half pick. So we really like what Bill Reddy, the CEO, has done, transitioning Pinterest to more of an e-commerce shopping platform. So we think that is still in the early innings. There's still a lot of room to grow monetization on the platform. Obviously, the stock has done really well of late, so we need to see follow through. But this is one of those second-tier ad platforms that has the potential to emerge, not as a first-tier platform like Meta, but certainly in between.
Yeah, it really took off just since the end of October. So, Colin, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Top picks for the
Thank
year.
you. Happy New
Colin
Year.
Sebastian, Happy New Year from Baird. Coming up, lots of news involving Tesla, from the stock's December rally to the road ahead for deliveries as we expect a new number next week. Taking another look at futures here as we head to the opening bell. Looks like we are going to open positively, just barely, on the S&P 500 as we inch closer to that all-time record close. The NASDAQ also adding about 0.2% here in the early action out of futures. Keep in mind, we are just adding at this point to some year-to-date gains, which have only piled up on this 8-week win streak we're coming off of. More Squawk on the Street when we return.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Do 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 do. The situation heating up in the Middle East. We should keep an eye on oil. Yep, especially going into 2024. I'm telling you, sometime in 2024, we're probably gonna end up seeing oil back over $100 a share. So literally every day you want to check out oil. You want to take a look at some the energy sector, right? Because it usually takes about I want to say like it takes about like a couple of months for some of those for the price to reflect in the shares. But definitely look at some oil plays for 2024. Along with defense stocks are going to be big as well. Let's see. All right, less than 5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Less than 5 minutes to go. Let's get ready. I really need to know what's today's date. Oh, today's Wednesday. Okay. I'd be so off. I'd be like, what day is today? Let's get it. Okay. Hey. Let's see. Every day is money day. Absolutely. Monday through Friday. Or should I say Sunday through Friday? All right. NQ's pulling back a little bit. This is looking good. If 21 break, it's confirmed for a short. I was just about to say, I knew you were probably already looking, setting up to take the short on it. I like it. I like it. I like it even better if we break below these 1775 area. AMD is really up pre-market. So is Nvidia from yesterday's close. The only one that's going to be gapping down is Apple. Meta slightly up. Actually, Meta's up as well pre-market. I think we're going to go down because I'm seeing ES is already dropping. So if we look at ES is already dropping, Dow's already dropping. The only one that's still positive on the day is NQ. So I'm seeing, oh yeah, oh there we go. Keep it going. Oh, Apple dumping a bit. Come on, this is nice. Very, very nice. Okay, solid, solid. Come on. Oof. You'll be cracking like an old man. Wow, caught the NQ short already up. Nice, good stuff, Doc. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, my guy. Listen, man, 200 a day, man. Keep it up. Okay, all right, we're looking good. Yeah, ES is still dropping. Less than 30 seconds to go. Yeah. Oh, we gonna drop. I kind of want to enter right here and possibly add.
Just shows you how uneven this is going to be for the foreseeable future, right? For every, as you said, Maersk, there's Hapag Lloyd, and who knows who else or what
Okay,
diffuses this
market's
situation
about to
to
open.
any,
Come on.
meaningful thing. On energy and crude prices,
All right, all right.
was telling us that he thought
Nice little pop.
we may go under 70 because these supply-demand dynamics, just given what's happening in the global economy.
Scaling in short. 1796. Let's see. I'll add if we get a rejection at the highs. Yep. Pop. Just like yesterday. New high. Alright, stopped out. Wow. Okay, wow, look at that fake out. Look at that fake out. Look at that fake out. You
Yesterday,
dirty.
late in the early action, but in
Man,
keywords
they are
that
dirty.
we've seen as
You
winners
see
that are
this?
coming up: consumer discretionary, communication services, technology, healthcare and staples are getting a little bit bid today. Nasdaq 100 up another 1/10 of 1%.
Wow,
Nasdaq's up
so
another 10th of
dirty.
1%. Year to date,
It's like,
gains
how
on the
rude
Nasdaq
of y'all.
now up
How would y'all
44%.
do that?
Again, though, is Apple, which has been down for 4 straight days. Stock still just about 193 as it was moving back towards, you know, 200
Come on.
bucks. It's been over 3
Give
trillion
us
in
that
market cap
breakdown.
again. And now there's news that the outgoing VP of iPhone and watch design is gonna, Tang Tan is gonna join Johnny Ive at Love Forum in
And Sam Altman.
February. And Sam Altman. That's to build AI hardware. Sam Altman's going to provide the software capabilities, apparently. But what Johnny Ive is, I mean, he's obviously an icon in tech hardware design from his days when he was out at Apple,
Yeah, I
running
think
the show and
President, he
designing
brought
the iPhone.
20 people from Apple over to that firm, which obviously takes a lot of notice. I don't know how Sam Altman. So he's doing this. He's working on the hardware for AI.
There we go.
He's leading OpenAI and ChatGPT.
Come on.
He's
We need a
working for
close
NVIDIA,
below
Computer, to build
17
semiconductors.
75.
So this was one of the criticisms.
He's a multitasker.
Of him when word came out that the board wanted to get rid of him to begin with, perhaps because he's got his hand in so many things.
Yeah, well, there's another person I'm thinking of who has his hand in so many different things. Elon Musk.
Yeah, Tesla.
Right? They're going to have deliveries next week. Stock's had an incredible year, up better than 100%, like 130%. Deliveries next week, expected to hit a record. They are expected, though, to fall short of that 2 million annual sales target that he has set, at least internally.
Ooh, Meta's pushing.
You know, EV sales have slowed.
Come on, it's like, what y'all trying to do out here?
Right? He's been cutting prices dramatically throughout the year on numerous occasions, trying to drive sales, especially over in China, where, you know, they're not the only game in town. In fact, now they're the second game in town.
Come on.
BYD has really eaten into their market share.
Yeah, it was. I don't have the VWAP on, but on my 5-minute, it did bounce off of my bounce off of my EMA. So right here, literally just came bounce. Just literally, honestly, it's the same play as yesterday. Drop, pop, and then we'll look to come down later in the day. They keep playing with us.
Unit number for the fourth quarter, based on what he says is strong data in China, in the region, that gives them confidence in the bullish call. He also calls Musk's move this year a poker move, praises it, to cut prices in the face of concerns about demand and competition, which put all the other automakers, I think, in a tougher position.
I still always have in the back of my mind, too, and I think Tesla investors do as well, just given what's gone on with the financials around Twitter.
Okay, another wick rejection so far. It's looking like on the 3-minute time frame. Let me show you guys what it looks like on the 3-minute time frame. Right, so nice rejection. We closed below. So this candle did close below yesterday's high. So let's see if this candle is going to do the same.
Such a substantial investor base that buys the dip for the most part anytime that stock does have a considerable dip.
So for now, it doesn't appear that that's the
Come on.
central concern. There were times, right? And I think it was a few months ago, must have done buying for now. But you're right, it could happen at any time. The only other sort of Tesla mover out there right now is there's a report out of Bloomberg that it's preparing to roll out the renewed version of the Model Y, which was the smash hit sort of SUV in its Shanghai plant. This is according to people familiar with the matter, but obviously something
Come on.
exciting for investors to get a new model out there on the market in this sort of higher competitive EV market of China at a time where demand has been slumping a little bit, and appetite for EVs in the U.S.
Yeah, another tech billionaire in the news today as well is Masasan, because SoftBank
They are
is
truly being relentless here.
That's related to the Sprint deal with T-Mobile, $7.6 billion. They received shares as part of that deal. It's really been a win big, lose big dynamic, I think, for Masasan.
Lose big in WeWork.
Lose big in WeWork, win big in DoorDash, one of the best, and obviously this
Sprint T-Mobile,
windfall
for
coming
sure.
from the Sprint fallout here. There's the
Also
ARM
the
IPO,
headline,
which, by the way, ARM was like, I don't know, $46 late October. we can throw up what ARM is now. It's not $46 anymore. It's surged with the rest of the market too. I think it has a 7 handle.
44% above the initial.
Meta's still
There
pushing.
you go. So 3 months, it's up 40%.
It's had a good run, and it was one of the most telegraphed biggest IPOs
Yeah, but
of the year.
remember what happened though after we had this what was like 3 or 4 IPOs in a row
Shut down.
where they got out of the gates really well, and then you look a week later, and they were all below the IPO price.
Well, what happened is that was coming in the fall when we saw this rate spike. We saw this backup in yields on the idea that the Federal Reserve might not be closer to the end. That's been completely reversed. So I do wonder if it opens up the window. It should for IPOs to get the interest rate stabilization and to get interest rates at lower level.
Okay, ES is pushing a bit, but still hasn't broken above the morning's highs. Come on. Okay, what else?
Financial Times did a really nice tally on global banks and just how much they've shed jobs this year. They looked at, especially at the investment banks.
Let's see where this 15-minute candle closes.
60,000 jobs in 2023, marking one of the heaviest years for cuts since the financial crisis. Now we're nowhere near those levels, but it does reverse a lot of the hiring from some of these banks that we got during COVID-19 when business was booming. So a lot of it is the investment banks, the deal makings, the IPOs.
Damn, that is just pushing.
By UBS, for instance, that led to a lot of job losses, at least 13,000 more to come potentially on that front. But that has been one of the themes of the year. And then there's also a regional bank crisis that happened earlier this year in March. Remember, a few banks failed. We got through that actually pretty much okay.
Okay.
Financial system, but we're all attuned to risks like unrealized losses on bank balance sheets now at a time of rising interest rates. The question I think for 2024 is less that with falling interest rates and more commercial real estate exposure. And if we do get losses in commercial real estate, defaults in commercial real estate, what's that going to do to regional bank balance sheets? And
Okay.
Pretty amazing.
If this 15-minute candle can close again as a wick rejection, we should be good for a movement down. Now, if you want to wait for confirmation would be a solid break below 17,075.
Jane Fraser has really spearheaded the turnaround of that firm, and investors are rewarding what she's doing. At least in the last month, it's up, as I said, 14%. In the last 3, it's up 27%.
Very nice, very nice. There we go, there we go.
Whether it's Goldman or JP.
There we
there's
go.
some optimism around the restructuring.
Come on, baby.
Right now. So I think that's sort of a show me story when it comes to the progress and whether she can really cut out some of the fat in that organization and make it grow faster, right? One example of one of the bigger banks.
Looking good, looking good, looking good.
JP Morgan, First Republic, for instance, got to buy that bank. All the deposits that were flowing out of the regional banks, some of them were going to the bigger banks. Citigroup didn't benefit as much from that, but has been, as you say, toward the end of the year, a winner on Jane Fraser's whole restructuring plan. Also wanted to hit retail, Scott, because we're still in the middle of the sort of Christmas buying and returning season. The XRT, the retail ETF, has had a pretty good December as well, up 12.5%. There's some leaders that we talk about every day in this space. 40%. Leslie's, Chewy, which is the online pet retailer that's been swaying around and very volatile. Having a great December. 69 components of the XRT are up in December. Some of the mall operators, Bath and Body Works, which I mentioned.
Okay, AMD's pulling back.
Target's up almost 8%.
A lot of these companies had lagged, and Macy's too, with some hopes that it gets taken private. It's up 30% in December.
Yeah, well, what do we cite? The consumer,
Mastercard.
we have 3.1%. They're still expected. Look, go back to the Goldman thing we started the show with. These 10 predictions of 2024 that the consumer spending is going to outpace expectations. That's going to be a key thesis moving into the new year about whether the bull story continues or not.
But at a slower rate. I don't think anyone denies that all of the rate hikes and all of the inflation and the job market is going to have an impact. The question is, can the consumer hang in there? 3.1% growth for holiday is great, but it's like half of what we had for the year before. If you look at some of the credit card data, there's some real-time data. Citigroup put out one they do it week by week, which I love. It's so real-time. So they did the 4th week of December, showed an acceleration from the third week of December, so that was positive. It's still down though, decreasing 6.4% on the year, but it's better than the week
Come
before.
on, we're
And
looking good.
December, positively, is actually poised for an acceleration from November, which is good, and also makes you wonder what's happening with the consumer. If things are getting better, I think you have to point to real wages.
I was just looking at the S&P 500 ticking by on our screen here as we're a little less than 20 points away from a new closing high. 47.96 is the number that you want to keep an eye on as well.
Let's see.
Some other stocks.
This 15-minute candle is looking better and better. Like I said, we want to see it close below yesterday's highs. And then I'll look to scale in again.
Really big story as that whole battle and this brave new world of artificial intelligence continues to evolve, and we try and figure out who the winners, losers, and what all of these other ancillary issues are going to be.
So we've seen this.
So much divergence I'm seeing right now.
The regulators need to figure out what is protected in terms of copyright, in terms of what goes into these AI models.
And for those of you guys that are wondering what's divergence, well, divergence is the Dow is pushing, NQ is dropping, and ES is pushing a bit as well. So it's just like, who's telling the truth?
Well, this comes out, this lawsuit comes after negotiations between the two companies had failed. So it's not like they're not trying to figure all this out. And, OpenAI has had conversations and done deals with other publishers, whether it's Axel Springer or the Associated Press. They just couldn't come to an
Hey
agreement.
boss, do you manually chart the highs and lows, or is the previous daily high and low that you see on my chart, that is a it's an indicator. It's called the prior daily high and prior daily low. You can find it on Thinkorswim, you can find it on TradingView. I'm not sure about on the Forex side because I don't have it on there and I've never really looked for it, but because I don't like to have the same thing on all my charts. Like the one thing that I have the same on all my charts are the EMAs, but on one chart I might have the prior daily high and low, and I'll use like lines like you see here. On my TradingView charts, I chart out supply and demand zones, which ends up being like a shaded rectangle area. So, but this right here, I don't manually place it. This is it's a indicator called the prior daily high and low.
Key story to watch in 24 is Microsoft going to hit $3 trillion in market cap. It's not far away, right? Apple's barely hanging on to it still. I think Microsoft's around 275, 28, so it's getting really close. We'll see if this mega get OpenAI investment there, but also AI hype continues to lead that stock higher. It's had a really good year, obviously, like all the others have.
I was just going to say, in the opening action here, we have Tesla, Meta,
NG,
Amazon. We're talking about Amazon getting some love. It's actually had a pretty decent year
catching a
so
bit.
far this year.
Okay, so the candle closed below. I still don't want to get in yet. What?
That's what I mentioned Raymond James to the analyst we had. They named their top pick Amazon, quote, laggard the leader. Their thesis supported by a rising Gen AI. Yes, they like Meta. Yes, they like Alphabet. Yes, they like Microsoft, which they say is in the pole position. But after a while, you start looking to the other players that are going to have a considerable role. I guess we're going to wait and see what Apple has to
Let's
deliver.
see.
AI, they're not going to, sit there.
Yeah, I'm still not liking this yet.
That's for sure. It's the degree that they do something amid these other issues that they have around the watch ban and trying to get their revenue growth back into positive territory.
And Johnny Ives working on it with Sam
A lot of back and forth so far. Everything's gone from red to green. Dow went from red to green. Beautiful bounce off the 200 EMA. ES pulling back, but nice bounce off of the EMA as well. Now let's see NQ. Like, come on, bro. What you want to do for me?
You pick the 10 highest yielding stocks in the Dow, buy them in
year and then just rebalance them each year. It's generally been viewed as some of an outperforming strategy.
Looking solid, man. We're looking solid. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set a sell limit at 17,107. Let me see if I get filled. I don't necessarily want to chase, but if I have to, I will. So I'm setting a sell limit at 17,007, and I'm gonna risk to the high of the day, which is not much because normally I risk about 40 points on NQ when I'm either long or short. Are you in on longs? No, I'm looking to short. We took out yesterday's high. We got a wick rejection, which was what I wanted to see. I did get in short prematurely at 1798 area, and I got stopped out at the highs, which was not, it's not a bad loss, because again, I normally risk about 40 points from my entry whenever I'm trading NQ, whether to the long side or to the downside. So I'm setting a sell limit at 17,107. I'm hoping I get filled, but if not, I may have to chase and scale back in again. And you know what? I think I'm gonna have to chase in. So I'm entering short. All right, 17,100 even, well, 100.50 is my short on NQ. I'm gonna risk to the high of the day, which is going to be about 21 points, and I'm looking for this thing to break under 75. If this thing can break under under that 75, or yeah, if it can break under that 75, it's gonna be a solid move to the downside. At least I'm looking for 17,043. So let's see if we can get that. Come on, baby. Drop. Yep, let's go. We need this thing. We need it to go. It's probably gonna test us a little bit. It's probably gonna test us a little bit, but let's see. So let me set an alert for once we get under 1780 at or below. At or below, create. Voila. And it is created. Come on, bro. I know you want to. I know you want to give us a nice drop. And let me see if we can scroll back to yesterday. We did have some pretty decent pullbacks. Nothing major. I mean, we're talking about 55. We're talking about like 30 points. So we're just gonna have to be a little patient. Come on, bro. Just a little patience. Just a little patience. Just like yesterday, we knew all-time highs were coming. Just gotta be a little patient. Now again, you know, could be wrong, and you know, it takes us out, which is fine. Small loss. Come on. You never want to be too heavy. Yeah, you never want to be too heavy, you know what I'm saying, in trades. Especially again, you know, we're in the last few days of the year, but let's see. Probably should have left my ad at 107, would have been better, but it's all good. Not much risk to the reward, so it's worth it.
Simpsons?
They really being turds.
Se quedó tu perfume en mi cama. Cuando volvemos a matar las ganas. Solito me encontraste. Te tuve, voy llamando y tú ni le contestaste. Sin importar lo que diga la gente. Y ahora estamos en falla. Sin el detalle, saber que la conoces.
See, if I would have left, this is one of the things, like, sometimes I struggle where it's like, originally I wanted to get in at the 107, which would have been nicer. I mean, it's only a 7-point difference, which I'm not gonna, it's not gonna make or break me, but it just goes to show, like, your initial instincts are always the one you should go with, right? I did chase, and now I'm okay with, paying the consequences of me chasing the trade, right? So now if it pops back up and it goes over the high of the day, it's like, okay, I'm gonna take that L. Again, small loss in reference to what I normally risk, which is essentially I'm risking about half, because I'm only risking till 20 till 21 points, which normally I risk about 40. So I'll take that. But I'm seeing Nvidia and AMD are starting to pull back, which is which is good. Just need Tesla to somewhat follow suit, and we are good to go.
Hicimos anoche. Se quedó tu perfume en mi cama. Cuando volvemos a matar las ganas. Se quedó tu perfume en mi cama. Cuando volvemos a matar las ganas. Solito me encontraste. Te fregaste, tu huevo llamando y tú ni le contestaste.
Now, at this point, it's definitely looking like it's going to push higher. So now we have a choice. We can either get scared and potentially close out and take the small loss, or we can risk the full stop loss, right? So these are decisions that as traders we're constantly, struggling with. Do we, when it looks like it's going to stop us out, do we, take the small loss, and or do we just let it play out, right? Follow the trade plan. Okay, we're risking here, which we are okay with. So if at any point you feel like jumping out of the trade, you're more than welcome to do so, or you should, right? Especially, if you're getting like a little jitty.
If I was doing something more
Oh, I
longer
see. Yeah, we
term,
get capped out there.
Yeah, so I picked that all-time high level, like maybe it tops out there again. But this is a bullish trade. You're collecting a credit of about $1.50.
2023 home buyer needed to earn an annual income of at least $110,000 if they wanted to spend no more than 30% of their earnings on monthly housing payments for the median priced home. That's according to Redfin. Now, the median household income is about $75,000. So mortgage rates started this year at about 6.5%, rose steadily, jumping over 8% in October. They have since fallen back sharply and will start next year about where they did this year. So let's compare a 6% mortgage rate to an 8% rate. If you're buying a $400,000 home with 20% down on a 30-year fixed mortgage, at 6%, your monthly payment is
Nvidia and AMD are still
$1,918.
pulling back,
That's without insurance
so
or property taxes.
it's like,
At
what is holding
8%,
this
that
thing
jumps
up?
to $2,348, a difference of $430 a month or $5,160 a year. Now, lower rates help on the monthly payment, but home prices continue to rise, and the gains are getting bigger because the supply of homes for sale is so low. As of October, prices were up 4.8% year over year, according to S&P Case-Shiller. That's the largest annual gain of this year. Sellers were a little more active this fall, but the supply of homes for sale is still about 38% below pre-pandemic levels. So, will sellers get off the fence and list this spring? It would still likely mean trading to a higher rate, not just an 8% rate, but still a 6% rate. So that's what remains to be seen this spring, guys. I think we should mention the performance of some of these homebuilder stocks. They've been incredible. D.R. Horton, Lennar, up more than 60% year to date. They were running up even in the face of high mortgage rates and got an extra leg up as mortgage rates began to fall. So what's baked in here as far as expectations? Yeah, I mean, look, they did get that jump when mortgage rates started to fall. They also got a boost when housing starts for November, which were released a week ago, shot up higher because home builder sentiment jumped up as well. So the outlook looks really good for the builders, potential new orders. They do still have to watch prices, though. People can only afford so much. Diana, thank you. When we come back, we'll talk to a bank CEO with perspective on 2024 on mortgage lending.
3 points away, 4 points away from getting stopped out. Here it comes. This is just brutal action today. Not much follow through in either direction. Oh, look at that. Nice rejection. Look at right. Double top. Beautiful. Here it goes. Let's see. Still playing up. There goes the new highs. There goes the new highs. Voila. Looks like it's gonna be more closer to the pullback is gonna be more closer towards London close.
Good Wednesday morning. Welcome to another hours. Welcome to I'm
Nice.
Sarah Eisen with Scott Wapner. We are live for you from Post 9 of the New York Stock Exchange. Carl and David have the morning off. Take a look at stocks. We continue to inch higher, nearing that record closing high for the S&P 500. We're at 47.
Very nice,
right
very
now. The number to
nice.
watch is
Okay, let's see. So that's the
47.96,
second
which would be
time
the
we've
first time
taken
we
out the
closed at a record
highs.
high since back
Let's see if
in
this will be it for
2022,
today,
before interest rates really started to move up
or at least until
sharply.
later this
There's the Dow,
afternoon.
it's up another 1/10%. The Nasdaq too, up
Ooh,
0.2%.
nice,
I think we should also
nice.
hit the Russell 2000, which continues to move higher. It's up 0.4% right now.
Nice.
Taking
Oh,
the month to date.
yes.
So this is just since the beginning of December. Total to
Okay, there we go.
14.25% for the Russell
Beautiful,
2000. Now, the forecasts
beautiful,
have lagged all year long,
beautiful.
but they're really having a bit of a breakout here, bringing the year-to-date gains past 17%. Treasuries also rallying. This has been the rally of everything: gold, Bitcoin, bonds, and stocks. And here's the bond picture. The
Marvelous.
10-year note
Get
yield
it, baby.
continues to
Get
move
it.
south,
Get it,
3.84%.
get it.
And that has been stimulating
Get
a
it.
lot of the positivity in the market. The 2-year
I'm
note
not
yield
in
goes
because I
below
got stopped out, but I
4.3%.
am
We have
looking
30
to
minutes
get
here into
back
the trading
in.
session. Here are some movers that we are watching. Mention Bitcoin, another good day
Yeah,
for
price
Bitcoin
action is a
and
bit
related
trash
stocks
right
like
now, so I'm
Coinbase
just
and
waiting
MicroStrategy
patiently.
rallying alongside the cryptocurrency. We're going to break down this move later in the hour. Tesla's a top gainer this morning amid reports the company plans to roll out a revamped version of the Model
Yeah.
Y from its plant in Shanghai.
I get a
Mass
little excited, and
production
it's
could
like,
start
oh, boom,
as soon as
we
this year,
pop
or
right
next
back
year,
up.
I should say. Also, watch Amazon today. Company announcing plans to start showing limited ads on Prime Video at the end of January. Customers who want to remain ad-free will now have to pay an extra $3 per month. But as we turn back to the broader market, some fresh economic data just hitting the tape. We're getting some regional Fed surveys. Richmond Manufacturing Index comes in at -11. That's kind of a miss. The consensus was at -6 points. This inflected negatively last month and continues to speak to, I think, the pain, Scott, that we're seeing in the industrial part of the economy, the manufacturing part of the economy. It's not the biggest part of the economy, but it is showing some weakness. We got that in the FedEx earnings report, and we're getting it in regional surveys. Dallas is up next at 10:30.
It's important if you're trying to build a case that manufacturing's troughed, then it matters a little bit more.
Sure.
Right? At some point, you have to hope that you're going to start getting back to expansion in the manufacturing sector. It's been everything else that has carried the economy. And if you have any bit of waiver from the consumer, and then you have manufacturing, which still hasn't troughed and turning higher, then you have a potential issue to deal with. But one read is not going to upset much of anything. I don't know if it's caused a movement, even a tick lower to a couple basis points in treasuries or not. But that's, I suppose, where I would look. Again, -11 versus -6.
Yeah, it's a pretty big mix. Just looking at treasuries right now, 3.838. So maybe a little bit of a tick lower in treasuries on the back of weaker data. The overall theme, though, and the major data point that the market is teeing off of, and has been throughout this entire rally, has been the inflation story and the disinflation story that we have seen. Just how far, how fast. Rosenberg Research, David Rosenberg, he did the 6-month annualized, which is what a lot of the sophisticated economists, including at the Fed and at Treasury, are looking at right now to sort of smooth
Yes,
over what's
price
happening
action
with
is a bit tough right
inflation.
now.
Core PCE deflator, right? This is what the Fed is looking at. Here's the 6-month annualized. Look at how far it has come down, Scott. And this is the progress that the Fed has wanted to see on the back of all of its rate hikes. This is the progress that the market has wanted to see. And I think the biggest surprise of 2023 is that it
Alright,
has
looks like
come
we about to hop on the
without
duel
requiring
with my
recession
buddy.
or a
Yeah,
spike in unemployment.
buddy.
That is something nobody expected. I think if you go back to the surveys this time last year, like 80% of economists in the Bloomberg surveys or the Reuters surveys expected a recession, or at least a downturn to happen in 2023. It just didn't happen.
Look, at some point, the Fed's own staff of economists were talking about a recession. And the Fed itself didn't expect inflation to be where it is today. And the Fed itself didn't expect growth to be as strong as it is today either. Let's see if we can avoid a surprise in 2024 where the PCE deflator is going obviously in the right direction towards target. That you don't
I'm
want
good.
any sort
How
of
you doing?
reversal in inflation at all. You're gonna have to rethink the whole story about not only how we got here, but where we may go from here.
Right, and I think there's a risk on the other side too that we start to get more.
Let's do it.
End of the year. First of all,
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, buddy. So, how's the trading been going, man?
Pretty okay. I took like two losses so far this morning, but relatively small on NQ. I'm looking for this thing to break below the support level of 1775 and make its way down to 1743. So it's looking good right now. We're not that far off from like yesterday's high. So I'm liking the rejections I'm seeing right now, and I know we're gonna end up having like a pullback. So I'm just trying to be patient and wait. Because again, I already took like two losses, but it was relatively like small. Literally, it was just like what 10. Yeah, I'm probably like for something like $450 or something like that I'm down, which is not bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro, that's not, yeah, that's not much like in comparison to like, like normally I risk about 40 points. So like on one contract I'm risking $1,000 stop
Right.
loss. So when I scale in 2 3, I'm risking between like 2 and 3 grand. So yeah, so right now it's looking good. I think once we get probably maybe a close below 1790, I'll look to possibly re-enter short. Let's see.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking about maybe. So I might be on a little bit of the opposite wing. I'm thinking about a hit buy right in this area. I want to see how this 200 plays on the S&P. Only because the NQ has a view up in 200 right here. So basically scalping these longs. If not, if it continues to come down, I will stop. Oh, there we go. So I just grabbed a little bit of a long, 10 minis. But yeah,
Okay.
so literally one NQ contract. So I'm trading with light size this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, buddy. So yup,
Okay,
that's
okay.
good though. Hey, yeah, and patience, man, patience pays. Especially if you're looking for that bigger move.
Yes,
Because you
it
got
does.
that, what was that? 3%, like 3K
Oh,
a day.
yes,
dude?
yeah,
3%
yesterday,
yesterday.
yesterday was a nice 3% win. The day before that was again almost like another 3% win. So yeah, so I got some room to risk a few little things. But like today, like I'm trading relatively light, 1 2 contracts, nothing crazy, and then but I'm waiting for the overall direction that I'm looking for to confirm, and then once I get that confirmation, I'm gonna slap on a couple maybe like 3 or 4, and then just rock out.
Right. Yup. Hey, yeah, buddy. There we go. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. So
buddy. So what? So you're looking for once it hits 70, you're gonna get short, or you're gonna get long, like a dip buy.
So I'm looking for this to drop. So I'm looking for it to break a confirmation. So a confirmation short would be a solid break and close below 17075. But I do like the fact that it ran the highs a couple of twice, and now we're having this nice bearish engulfing candle on the 15-minute time frame. So I want to see this continue and get a close below 1790. If we can get a 15-minute or a 5-minute candle close below 1790, I'll scale in one contract, and I'll risk again the high of the day. And then once we break 1775, I want to add a contract to the short side, and I'm targeting 1743. And just like yesterday, like it took all the way till the end of the day for it to break out and take out the highs, which I was expecting. So I'm assuming it's going to be something similar to that today, where it's like, okay, we're probably not going to get like that drop that I wanted to, like maybe later in the day. And and just like on a psychological level, today's the 27th, so we literally have 2 more days of the year, which there is going to be some profit taking, right, which is going to inevitably add to that downside momentum.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying.
So in fact, I might scale in here.
Order filled.
Okay.
So yup. I think I'm with you. Depending on what this S&P does here, I want to see what MC does. Order filled.
Okay.
Let's see how it shapes up here.
Yeah, bro. Be like me.
S&P's taking back off, NQ doing the opposite.
Yeah, massive divergence. So here we go. So look at, so here NQ comes, it's ready to take out those lows. So here it goes, here it goes, here it goes.
There it goes. Back into the workforce during COVID, but we think it's limited as to how far down wage.
Yeah, I just want to see
There we
more
go,
happen.
there we go. We're about to take it out. Oh, we took it out. Beautiful. We took it out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Order filled.
Let's
Waiting here.
go. Yes, yes. Let's go. Beautiful. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Order filled.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yep, yep. That just made up some. Come on.
The two main drivers of consumer spending, real wage and salary income growth, and household net worth.
Let's go. Okay, so adding another 17,103. There we go. See, beautiful. Like I said, man, patience, man, patience. You just gotta wait, man. It's like, there we go. Yep, we should continue lower. So now my next target, so now we need to see a break below below 75. If we get a nice break below 75, bro, it's straight up downward to 1743. Let's go. Let's go. I hope you cover that long, bro.
I did not. I added to it.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not massive size compared to yesterday as well.
Bruh, yeah.
One tipito.
Oh, bro, nah, it's just about to crack, bro. Bro, you shouldn't be long, bro. This thing's about to dive. Bro, watch. 75's about to get broken right now. 75's are about to get broken. Boom, we're under 79, 76, 75's are getting cracked. 75's have broken, 75's have broken. Oh, bro, I hope you're in light, man. Bruh. Bruh.
I'm not down. I'm not down big. Don't
Bruh. Okay, let me take some
imagine I'm in like
taking some profits right here. Let's go.
I'm waiting for some sort of dipito.
Bruh, it ain't coming. It ain't coming, bro. It's not coming. You see this 1 hour candle, bro? Look at this 15-minute candle. Bruh.
I actually didn't at all.
Oh, Lord, bro. Psst, gone. Oh. Fuck yes.
Let it rock. Let it rock.
Gone, baby. Gone.
Got a little bit of faith.
Gone. Gone. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, dude, hallelujah to you, bro.
Thank you.
That's short, dude.
Thank you. Keep it going. Can we get 40? Can we get, can I get 43, bro? Can I get 43?
Order filled.
Bro, can I get 43? Give me 43. Give me 43. Bro.
Sticking to the plan. I got this. Don't you worry, Caesar. I got you, buddy. Don't worry.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, bro. Yeah, this is Rap City. Yo. They're like, are you serious, mate? They're like, mate,
Yeah, right,
are you
dude?
serious, bro? Like, to the freaking T, my guy. So now, so look at, so now we might pop up to 70, maybe 80, and continue down, bro. This is going lower. It's going lower.
Order filled. There's some from there it goes.
I'm adding what I took off. Let's go. I want these 43s. Give me 43, bro. Give me 43.
I missed that. I meant that right there. There we go.
Ooh.
See that pull back to the top side here. I don't think it's gonna be we'll see if it's gonna be a rip and run here. Like I said, I do still have faith in it. Still faith in that pullback to come in. Still think that pullback's gonna come in. Hopefully, what I'm looking at is at least like 80 come in. At least 80 to come in.
Yeah, I think you could get 80. We could see 80, 82, possibly 85. So yeah. But
Discerning across all income levels. Dana Telsey Advisory Group CEO, joins us now for top retail picks include Ralph Lauren and Target.
Size in, want to see it
Dana's
come
on
up, so close to it, so close to it in that perfect position. Want to see it hit 80.
Feeling the pain,
I'm actually gonna put this
but
at
still growing, and
79,
will continue to do
75.
so.
Myself, just one tick underneath 80, just so that if it hits, when it hits, hopefully, that's what we're looking at.
Wages are growing around 4%, inflation around 3%. When I think about 2024 and the setup, I think there are two markers of success. It's about innovation and value. We all know that you need newness in order to be able to drive demand. And frankly, innovation fuels the flywheel of consumer spending. When you think about value, it's more than just price and quality. I'm looking at companies today and who can deliver those markers. It's a Ralph Lauren who's going to have at least low to mid single digit sales growth next year. It should be able to get to $165.
Oh,
You look at
waiting
Bath
and
Body
watching
Works,
here.
which had an
Waiting
underwhelming
and watching, guys.
2023 and is poised for growth in
Did size in
2024.
again.
And you have a
Look for
loyalty
the dip buy here. Still looking for it.
members there
Still
that can
looking
take
for it.
advantage
Still
of their
looking for
new
that to pop back
categories.
up here. Come back up. Make those higher lows. Start to push to the top side here. I think it's a beautiful play all around. It's a beautiful play, beautiful idea here, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful play, beautiful idea, guys. Starting to come up here. Want to see that trap pattern hit to the top side?
It obviously makes such a difference now with the consumer starting to slow.
Exactly. When you
Getting
think
up
about
there.
which
Starting to get
retailers
up there,
overall,
man.
think about Target. Margin
Let's
recovery
see it,
should be
let's
the
see it,
game
let's see
plan
it.
for
All across the board
2024
here.
after what happened in 2023. And that could certainly be a benefit for them. In addition, look what we talked about with innovation. They have more merchandise enhancements that are coming and more brand collaborations.
I'm looking at Estee Lauder.
Let's
data
go.
Right up here,
Let's
starting to hit
go. Made up for those losses.
year
Ooh.
Yeah, right?
Those 2 losses, like, what? 2 losses? That ain't shit.
I think overall it's
Yeah,
a
We
literally.
made up.
Here we go, baby. Come on, baby.
I think the
Hit me
first
with it
half
to the
of
top
the
side.
year,
NQ overall. Hit
you're
a
gonna
little
continue
bit
to
up
see
here. NQ
challenges.
overall.
There is
Give
product
me a little
innovation
bit of that
that's
spiking
underway
action.
at Estee Lauder that
A
should
little
be
something,
in the
something.
second half of the
Anything
year.
here?
This
It's
wall at
right there.
that wall at 75. I don't know. That wall at 75 is looking kind of brutal. Bruh, we're going to 43. Give me 43. So look at, I added back one contract. Oh, this is gonna go back lower. Look at ES with the rejection.
But you're not, so you're saying it's not a
Come on.
broader comment on luxury?
And I have another I have another ad short at 17.97 if we get up there. But on this bounce, I don't think we might go any higher than 89, possibly.
I'm gonna let that sit for it to hit. I'm gonna let that sit for it to hit. Right there. Right there. Want to see 7975. 7975. Right up to it.
Come on.
Right up to it. Right up to it. Right up to that point. Right up to that point. Pushing it once more. Pushing it once more. NQ overall. Pushing up. Pushing up. Want to see it. Boom, baby. Woo!
My boy said
That's how I
he's
make my
out.
call.
He said
I got out of my full position at once.
he said I'm out.
Good.
He's like I'm out. I'm done.
Oh, good. I took like I think on that one what maybe a $5 gain.
Hey, better than the loss that you were in.
You know what's crazy? I went 40 contracts long at that low.
Oh wow.
And then I just, yeah, right. Well, I had to make it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I had to fill in. I knew that there was some sort of pullback coming. Did I think it's going over 80? Not really. Like I think this is gonna be. I'm not in where you got in. Like where you got in, bro. That is oh my god. That is perfect. Like I'm now looking back at the chart. That is so beautiful for a perfect M pattern. Like it came up, came down, dipped off of that 200 view up, and then broke the 200 view up by like what is that? Literally like 40 points, bro. And now starting to come back up a little bit here. I don't expect it to go too high. I do expect to jump over speed. But hey, your boy's not gonna complain. All right,
Nope.
YB is chill. All right,
Yeah. As he should be,
It's
as he should be chilling. But yeah, bro, it's like oof.
I'm really up. One thing I will notice is that I'm glad. So something that a lot of traders will do in that situation with something selling off like that, and something I've worked on this year, and I'm glad I'm starting to perfect a lot, is patience. Right, like all that selling pressure coming in, 40-point drop, and I'm in long at like 9. I was long at 99. So I was long at 99, and then I got long again at 90. So for like another 40 points to drop, and then you take a long off that, kind of just scaling in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So shout out to you for the scaling. For the scaling plays, baby. Shout out to Caesar for teaching me that.
You know what I'm saying? It's what you gotta do, bro. Yo, cause you give yourself a lot more you give yourself a greater opportunity to be right. You know what I mean? Especially when things are like choppy and going back and forth and back and forth. Like you give yourself a greater opportunity to be right when you scale in and scale out. So I'm thrilled to hear, you know, you're able to implement that.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, man. I mean, it's been I'm going into 2024 feeling confident, baby. All right.
As you should, bro.
That's the best thing too.
As
I don't know.
you-
I've never felt like this is my. I want to say this would be actually the start of my 4th year trading. I think 3rd, 4th, something. 4th. No, this isn't the start of it. Start would be June. June's gonna be the start of my 4th year. But this is the 3rd. I want to say 3rd or 4th. I forget how that would work. New year I've had. This is the most confident one I've had going into the year. Usually I'm more or less on edge. I'm like, maybe this, maybe that. But yeah, dude. Pretty confident about this new year coming in that we're gonna be freaking just printing, bro.
Okay. So I'm looking forward to it, bro. You know me.
Yeah, Caesar's like, this is my 11th, and I've been confident for the last 8. He's like, yo, I've been doing my thing for the last 8 years, buddy.
Let's get it. Okay, nice pop, nice pop.
Oh man, so what? You have any New Year's goals, buddy?
Oh, I got it, bro. It was the other day that I put my not my New Year's goal. I guess yeah, like I put my goal together for my 2024 goal for next year. I put it together. So next year, like one of the goals that I want to get done is like I've had like a lot of people continuously ask me like, yo, do I have like an online course? Da 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 da. So I was just like, you know what? It's like I'm gonna put a futures course together with some of with some simple strategies and some more advanced ones. And I'm gonna put that so basically I'm gonna make a have a website made, put a course together, put that out, do a in-person boot camp for like a week, right? So I know like everyone like they do it like 2-3 days whatever, but I'm gonna do it for like a whole week where where on your stream when I popped in and you was like, yo, like doing something outside of the States. And what I want to do is I want to be able to like rent a spot overseas. So like literally, and obviously it's going to be like in a tropical area. We go out there for a whole week. We're going to trade together for a whole week. We're going to work out together for a whole week. So like we're going to be focusing on the physical, the mental side of things, going over in depth on some of the strategies that I'm utilizing for asset protection, for diversification and so forth. And then how to really plan and place yourself in a position to reap the crazy benefits that are going to come in 2024, right? From equities to options to futures. Like very early on in the year, I had told some people about purchasing Intel, and I scaled into Intel where my cost average is $28.85. Pre-market today, Intel was over $50 a share. And last week when it was at $45 a share, I bought 55 calls, leap year calls, right? And those are sitting real pretty right now. So it's just a lot of different things that I want to be able to provide and give. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be aiming to get done for 2024. The relocation, copping a spot in the UAE, Mexico.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so like definitely like what I'm saying, like taking the trading returns and just having different residency in different parts of the globe that ends up giving like different access. And another thing that I'm shooting to do for 2024 is, as you know, the Zoom meetings at least like twice a week for like reviews and to help like traders, up their game. And then other than that, goal is just to be able to like get up to 6 million in funding.
There
So
we go.
yeah, so I'm gonna be shooting to do that by at least by like I'll probably say by like mid-year, so by the end of the second quarter, have that because I had that early, like a few months ago, but I kind of got jacked a couple of times on being biased on the short, so I ended up giving a few accounts back and whatever. So and this
Right.
goes to show like it doesn't matter the years of experience you have, like everybody ends up taking L's and and making mistakes and stuff like that, but it's being able to be so diversified to where even if you do something like that, like you're still good, right? Like you're still able to continue having those payouts and stuff like that because you're funded with multiple different firms, right? Or you have multiple different accounts that you keep separate that allows you to be able to benefit like that.
Right. Right.
So yeah.
100% understandable.
So yeah, so
Yeah, buddy. Well, there you go, dude. So that's great, dude. Honestly, I mean, that's some goals, all right. That's good goals, though, dude. Those are, I feel like, and 100%, like none of those seem in any way, shape, or form like unmanageable, especially for someone like you. You know what I mean, man? Like, all of those are, and a lot of them are helping other traders out. So that's good to hear too, man. Just
Yeah.
giving something back to them.
Yeah.
Not just for Christmas, but for
yeah, just
all
yeah.
the holidays, baby.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, for all for years to come, you know what I mean. So I want to be able to add that type of value, just and then also like just grow the individual brand. I mean, I do have some like bro, even like getting exotics is not even on the list of goals for next year. Like it's just a lot of self improvement, both physically and mentally. Like I'm even looking to do like some tactical training and stuff like that next year.
Okay.
I want to get back into MMA. So I used to take, whew, I mean, I used to do MMA. I want to say between 2014 and 2017. I used to do that, and then like I got
Okay.
away from it and whatever because I changed gyms and locations. But yes, I'm looking to get back into that and probably throw in some Muay Thai, learning Muay Thai and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's what I'm
Alright.
looking to do for 2024.
There we go. Hey, man, let me know if you need some help wrestling. I mean, I'm sure you already know somebody. I mean, if you don't,
Yeah, there's a spot that I used to go to. There was a spot that I used to go to, and they would teach. So it was wrestling, boxing, jujitsu. So now I wanna add a few other things to it.
more
I'm not, yeah,
more to fill.
yeah, I'm not really much, what I'm saying, like on the wrestling side. So I mean, I do like the joint manipulation of jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. And now I want to be
Right.
able to throw Muay Thai because I like using my legs and stuff. So
Uh-huh. Yeah, buddy, someone pulls up on Caesar and some raps, baby. Let me tell
hit him with a roundhouse. You know what I'm saying? Hit him with a roundhouse real quick. It's like, yeah, buddy,
Yeah, buddy.
you don't want none of this
Yeah,
smoke.
dude. Yeah, I did. What is it? I think that was last year. Yeah, I did a little bit of boxing before the season because I needed something to keep me occupied.
Hmm.
And Greco was off season, so yeah, dude. Yeah, I think I'm with you. Muay Thai. See, Muay Thai. That's where you get your ballers, bro. You get those guys from like Taiwan, dude. You know what I mean, bro? You freaking hit them with like an elbow and they just eat it like nothing.
Hmm.
I've seen those videos, man. So whew, they're
Bro,
crazy, brother.
yeah,
They are
they
crazy over
hard.
there, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how your coach is or anything, but.
I haven't
No,
found
dude,
a
yeah, I'll
spot yet.
definitely, yeah.
I haven't found a spot yet. And to be honest, bro, like I was actually looking to do that, like like towards the end of this year, from December, like literally, because the whole month of December, like I was planning to be in Bali for the whole month of December, at least until like probably like mid January. But as the demands of the prop firm keeps me busy, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna have to put a rain check on this one. But now it's just like, you know what, like I'll start it out here, find a place. There's a few spots in the Boston area, so it sucks because it's like I'm gonna have to do like a freaking 40-minute drive or whatever to go to it.
Right.
And I wasn't looking forward to that, but I'll take it, you know what I mean? So do that, hit the range, work. And again, like I said, like doing the whole tactical training where it's like, if somebody tries to rob you while you're in your car, how to be able to defend yourself from that, being able to perform under pressure and stuff like that. Just, in the event, certain things unfold in the manner that I'm perceiving it, that it's going to unfold out here. So I was just like, you know what, like let me, stop preparing and doing what I can to do that. And yeah, bro, like just just focusing on self improvement overall and giving back, whether it be donations to charities or starting a nonprofit and so forth, which I actually want to do. And the biggest thing I have on my list is actually opening up trading offices outside of the US. So I would say I mean, you're not gonna know much about this, but anyone that's like watching our streams that's from another country outside of the US, most countries, like the average income monthly, bro, ranges from $300 to $700. And certain countries, bro, like certain countries do, like you got people working for a whole month and they only make $360 US. You have other places where, huh?
I was hearing about that because I was looking into the TikTok creator program and stuff, and there's a way you can scale it to where you can get people from like, I think it's like Pakistan or something, that'll do it for like $2 an hour. That'll help you like do it. And in my head, I'm like $2 an hour, and then I look more into it, and yeah, dude, like that is. And the thing is, bro, it's like that is insane. So like you give these guys like, I don't know, man. If you were to like pay someone like, I don't know, like $1,000 a month or something, bro, like that's way over their like, I mean, monthly salary. Like that is way over.
Yeah, bro,
it's insane, bro.
It's wild. And other places, bro, it goes down to like $150 a month. So it's like, so here in the US, like, people that really don't travel out of the US, like they don't have that perspective where it's like, yo, like there are places where what you make in a week, or even, so again, like us as traders, right? Like few minutes in, one of the guys in my stream, like literally less than 5 minutes, makes 200, like following the alert to either short or long that I give on either ES, Nasdaq. If I'm looking to short ES or Nasdaq, like obviously they tend to follow suit, but it's like be coming in literally 5 minutes, you make $200 to $300, boom, you call it a day. What you're making in a day in 5 minutes, it takes somebody 30 days to make elsewhere. Right. So for me, in the whole business aspect, it's like, okay, well, me forming, offices outside of the US, I'm going to be able to have a higher profit margin because expenses are substantially lesser. Payroll is substantially lesser, and most countries don't have payroll tax like they do here in the US, right? And I've already ran several businesses where I had to pay workman's comp, payroll tax. Then you have like these crazy ass insurance. Like one of my businesses, I had to have like a $2 million insurance policy, right? It was a logistics company. I had 12 employees. So what I was paying one employee a month, right? So like the helpers were making about $3,500 a month. That alone, I could hire, let's say, 6 people in South America, Mexico, to be exact. I could hire 6 people in Indonesia, in India, in Pakistan, right? Because these people are working for like, bro, like $400, $300 a month, and you got them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Order filled. That is crazy. Order filled. That is, yeah, dude.
Yeah. So
thinking about all that, man. Yeah, man. I mean, and man, that's crazy. And yeah, I forget. One time I was in a sauna at my gym, and I happened to get into a conversation with a guy, And I was like I forget. I think I seen his watch or something. It was like a Rolex something. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, like I mean, let's just ask. And he said that he does like some like offshore business where he like does that, where he hires people from like third world countries or whatnot, and they basically he'll set them up with businesses, and then he takes like a middle price. It was like a weird business model, but like, I mean, obviously it looked like it paid. So I was like, all right, well that's kind of cool. I didn't really learn too much about it. I only seen it that once, but yeah, that's the first time I learned about it, and then I looked into it, and I was I heard a little bit about that. But then to also think about, okay, so that happens there. So think about now, what is that enough to live off of in those countries? You know what I mean? Like that's my question. Is that like 150 a month? Can they live like
it,
comfortably?
they're not living comfortably. Like most people overseas that are making, let's say, $200 a month, they're not living comfortably. Like they're getting by. You know what I mean? Um, but like certain places. So like if you in some of those countries where like the average monthly payroll is like between 150 and 300, you pay them 400 or $500 a month, bro. Like now they're living comfortably, right? If you pay them anywhere north of 600, they're living super super comfortably. $1,000 a month or $1,500 a month, like they're living good. So a lot of this, like, yeah, bro, like a lot of this, like, like it's perspective. So someone that's making $150 a month, like they're struggling. Their $150 a month is like someone that's making, I don't know, $1,500 a month here in the US, right? Like you're barely getting by. You know what I mean? But the beautiful thing about locals in those countries is that they know where to go to where they can stretch that money, right? And certain things are not that expensive for them. Prime example. So like if we looked at Mexico, right? Here in the US, how much? I'll ask you this: how much do you pay for your phone bill?
$110 or something like that.
Okay, it's $110 for your phone here, right? In Mexico, your phone, unlimited talks, text, whatever, right, is gonna cost you about $40 a month.
40.
How much?
Lord,
How much?
okay,
How much? How
boy,
much? How much do you pay for internet?
Around, what is that? I pay like $60.
60. Okay. In Mexico, it's $34 for high speed. Like my employee in Mexico has a higher upload speed than I do, and I have the top Verizon.
Really?
Bro, it's
But
it's
wait,
it's
so
it's
how
ridiculous.
do there gotta be a way we can optimize? You know what I'm saying? Like,
the
how
the
do
way to
we?
the way to optimize it is to be able to, I mean, like if you have products that like you're looking to sell, you want to hire overseas. Even if you're doing online tech support or marketing, like I have an SEO a person that lives in Indonesia, and with him it's $400 a month, and he works on the whole traffic to the site and stuff like that. So essentially with your US dollars, you're going to get better
Order too.
value. You're going to get better value overseas than you're going to get here in the States.
Right. Okay. And I mean that makes sense. I mean, dude, look at freaking just gas alone, bro. In some places it was like a $12 or something. Like
Yeah,
I was
bro, it's
like, like
it's wild.
yeah, that is insane compared to third world countries. Which I don't know what their gas prices are looking like or whatnot. I don't know how much they got affected by everything. But I
Depending if
mean,
they have
yeah,
to
I
import.
agree.
Depending if they have
What
to
is that?
import. I said depending if they have to import, but in everywhere, bro, everywhere outside of the US, it is very inexpensive for groceries, produce, even just regular hygienic items and stuff like that. Like over here, bro, like for me to, let's say, to go do laundry, right? So for me to pay to go have, like a good load of laundry to be done, it'll be like almost, let's say, $30. In Mexico, that same
Right.
one would cost about 12, $15. Like
So it's
the
literally just everything like in half.
half or less. You know what I mean? And in other
Yeah.
places, it's even more so. You know what I mean? Colombia, bro, like going out to dinner, two people. Like here, going out to dinner for two people, we're talking food, we're talking appetizers, main course, alcohol, drink. You're looking at over $100, right? Just just appetizers and a meal is gonna come out to like about $80, right? When you add liquor to it, like you're looking at over 100 and something. That same type elsewhere, and I'll use Colombia as an example, would be like maybe like $30 or $40.
That's so crazy,
Bro.
so
Like it's
is that
so
how
wild.
a lot of people? What did you say?
Go ahead.
No, I said, is that how a lot of, like, let's say you're making like 100, like 150K remotely, bro, like US, and then you move to a third world country. Is that how they live? People
It's
do
not
that to
even.
live
It's not
super
even.
comfortable.
They're not even third world countries. I mean, like so, like
Well, yeah, let me rephrase that. Yeah,
because like you can get the same amenities that you can get here, right? So it's just a matter of like where they're getting their stuff. And the US does import a lot of things, food, produce and stuff like that. And then there's other uh was it like merchant stuff that the US also imports. A lot of these other countries, like, they produce that. Like Mexico produces a lot of stuff.
yeah,
But just overall, like the way their economy is ran, like things are very, very cheap. Like, bro, you can go grocery shopping for like $50 a week or bi-weekly, right? I mean, and we're talking, like farm to table vegetables and fruits. Like, I had the freshest fruits I've ever had when I was in Colombia in March. Like, people were just like, pushing their carts down the street, and they were selling papayas, bananas,
really.
no mangoes, but yeah, pineapples. Dude, the bananas actually tasted like bananas. Like, here we'll buy bananas that are like they're like a forearm length, right? And they just taste bland. Over there, the bananas was like the equivalence from, it's the size is it is from like from the top of your middle finger down to the bottom of your palm, bro. So delicious, so fresh, and I actually had
Really?
more energy, bro. I had weight, like whenever I'm out of the U.S., dude, eating foods from vegetables and fruits, bro, like I have way more energy than I do when I come to the US. Like, when I come back to the US, like I'll have energy for like maybe about a good week or two, but then after that it's just like, yo, like it dims down. But when I'm overseas, bro, like, so you already know, like I already like get up at like mad different hours, right? Overseas, bro, yo, I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. Like, I slept 9 hours.
That is crazy.
Like,
Wait,
it's just
and
wild.
last night you slept 9 hours?
Huh?
Or like last night you slept 9
No,
hours?
I didn't sleep 9 hours, bro. Like, I think yesterday I slept like 6.5 hours, which is big for
Oh,
me.
okay. Oh,
It's
yeah,
big for me. So yeah, because I mean, it's the end of the year, or whatever. But like, I didn't, like, I turned my alarm off for 3 a.m. So I think I got up at like 5. But yeah, bro, like there's just a major noticeable difference between stuff here in the US and stuff overseas, from the quality of food, the nutrients in the food, the quality of living. And to be honest, dude, a lot of places the quality of living is way better, where the roads are properly maintained. You're still like, if you want to buy a penthouse, or if you want to rent like a luxurious apartment and stuff like that, you can, and not even breaking the bank, right? Most I'll say, like, most South American countries, you're gonna get a lot of bang for your money. Like, you could go to Mexico and rent out a 1 bedroom apartment in a luxurious high rise, bro, and that's not gonna cost you $1 over $1,000. Like, it'll probably be somewhere between $700 and $900. But if you want to do a two bedroom might cost you like 1,100 or 1,200. And with these other countries, like, you can kind of negotiate, right? So like, if you're like, oh, I'll pay 6 months in advance, give me a 25 or a 30% discount. They'll do it because you're paying for X amount of months, in advance. So you get way more value there. Overseas, I mean, overseas, we're talking Portugal. There's certain spots that are very touristy, so you're going to be paying a premium. You're going to be paying a premium for, based on the location. Like, if you go to Lisbon, which is the capital, and it's very metropolitan, a lot of tourists go there, so things are going to be expensive. But when you go outside of it, it's just like here in the US. If you live within the downtown area of New York, rent's going to be more expensive. If you go to the outer boroughs, you know what I'm saying, Long Island, you go to Rochelle or stuff like that, Queens, the prices are going to go a little bit lower. But you know what I mean. But things are expanding. So yeah, it's just there's a lot, man. There's a lot of value overseas, from hiring people to the quality. Like if it wasn't for the fact of like the trading office in Orlando, bro, and then the prop firm, bro, like I came back from Colombia in March ready to relocate to Colombia. I was just like, yo, food is great, bro. I was chilling. I rented an apartment in a high rise. Literally, like I wake up, bro, like ceiling to floor glass windows, right? Two balconies. I come out to the balcony. I could sit down and look at the ocean. To my right were like other high rises and whatever. It was it was 2 bedrooms. Nice open space concept from the living room to the kitchen. I was just like, yo, like I'm about to cop this. But then, you know, I got caught up in the trading office. I was like, you know, I was like, this will be a good opportunity, so I'll postpone it. But yeah, bro, but like 2024, like one of the goals 2024 is like, yo, it's either South America or Middle East or both.
Right, bro. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, maybe yeah, like I said, when I get out there, man, I'll definitely check it out. I'll probably be astonished when we like if we all go out to dinner or something, bro. Like what the bill comes out to, bro.
Yeah, like yo,
I'm excited for that.
you'd be surprised, man. I mean, you'd be surprised, but yeah, but the UAE, bro, like that's definitely a vibe. And you know, and like everywhere you go, you're gonna have a really expensive side, and you're gonna have a inexpensive side. But you know, if you compare how living here in the US is, like, you know, even middle class, right? So let's say we consider ourselves middle class and whatever, what we could get overseas for what we'd pay here. So like you know, we've spoken about real estate and stuff like that, right? And with real estate out here, bro, people are paying $400,000 plus for shit houses. And I'm talking houses that they're gonna have to put another 80 to $100,000 in to get it to, like, you know, a good living condition, right? Whether it be that they're living in it or whether they're doing it as an investment property. So then you put all this money into this investment property, and then maybe you're seeing, you know, you might see maybe 28 grand a year in return, which is shit, right? Where you can go overseas and you can cop a 2 floor villa for like 180, throw another, you know, 80 into it. You're still less in it for less than what you have here in the US, and then have that generate you somewhere between 10 and 13 grand a month. And then you can do the same thing in Mexico, you can do the same thing in Colombia, right now in Argentina, like because of the inflation and the massive deflation of their currency, bro. You could literally go out there right now and for 70 grand buy a 2 bedroom like newly built apartment slash condo. So basically it'd be a condo. Like you could buy that for like 70 grand. And then what you can do is you can Airbnb that out, right? Or you can just leave it there for when you travel there, because again, their living costs are extremely cheap. They have good internet, right? So it's just like, bro, I certain parts of Argentina, you know, because of the difficulties, you know, like crime, like, you know, theft and pickpocketing has increased. You know, given because of the restrictions of COVID and stuff like that. But outside of that, like you don't gotta necessarily worry about you know, you don't have to worry about, like, you know, the safety that much. But then there are other countries like El Salvador. El Salvador, bro, like they in the North American space, their crime rate is lesser than Canada and the US overall. Yeah, like the president, bro, the president went on a street cleaning spree where, like, oh, like before they were like number one in like gang killing and stuff like that and gang wars. Yo, they had the president came in, yo, this dude, like he declared war on the gangs and whatever, bro, and he's wiped them out to where, like, it's become one of the safest places aside from Uruguay, which is a really safe country in South America, bro. Like, start looking into some things, bro, because you might look at some of these spaces and you're gonna be like, oh wow, like they're doing amazing things, like incorporating crypto, incorporating crypto into their currency. Ecuador is developing like a crypto city. They were one of the first countries to actually convert or like to peg their currency to crypto. Like yo, there's a lot of innovative things going on outside of the US. And the biggest thing about a lot of these other countries, dude, is that they give you opportunity to obtain residency and to obtain citizenship, right? And if you were to become a citizen of theirs, like they're not gonna restrict you as what you can and can't do. If you decided to live overseas, right? Even if you wanted to go live in Europe. So like as a U.S. citizen, if you were to go live in Europe, let's say you wanted to go live in Italy, you start a business in Italy, you're making money, you're gonna be paying taxes to Italy and the US, right? And then the crazy thing about it is that you're not going to be able to establish a retirement account neither in Italy nor in the US, because in the US they classify like as a retirement, like you have to be able to invest US made money. So because you're living abroad, making money abroad, you're not going to be able to set up a retirement account here in the US. And because of the restrictions that the US has, for US citizens, you're not going to be able to set up a retirement account in Italy or any other country for that matter that they have,
So
dealings with. Like, how messed
so
up is that?
that is, bro. So if I move to Italy, completely transport everything there, but because I was born in the U.S., I have to pay U.S. taxes for the rest of my life.
No, because you're still a U.S. citizen. If you were like,
Oh, okay.
so
So
if
I
you
can
move
count
to Italy,
citizenship.
so if you move to Italy and you were able to obtain the Italian citizenship passport and you wanted to renounce your U.S. citizenship, then yeah, then you would no longer have to pay U.S. taxes. But if you're a U.S. citizen and you're making money, it doesn't matter whether it's here, third Earth, the moon, Mars, Saturn, Pluto,
Right.
like wherever in existence you go and you're making money, you're gonna have to pay US taxes, even if you're not living in the US, right? Like you haven't lived in the US for 20 years. Like, yeah, bro, like you're still gonna have to pay taxes.
That's wild, dude. That's
Right.
wild they even consider that.
Yeah.
That is
So
like,
so what you got to do is you got to look at how you can strategically place yourself to be able to, get a second a second citizenship or a third, and then be able to have mobility. And the citizenship that you want to look to get, it has to be something that's going to give you access around the world, like global access, right? Because a lot of countries starting in 2024, as a U.S. citizen, you're gonna have to apply for a visa. By the end of the second quarter of 2024, if any U.S. citizen wants to travel to Europe, they're gonna have to request a visa.
really.
Yeah, if any
So
U.S. citizen wants to travel to Brazil, they're gonna have to request a visa. They're gonna have to pay and request a visa because all these countries, like, they were allowing U.S. citizens to go, and like the U.S. had an agreement with them, but then the U.S. reneged on the agreement and started charging their citizens, a visa fee. So then, like, all right, cool. So you want to play hardball? I'll do the same. So Brazil was actually the first one to start doing it because before Americans could go to Brazil no issue. But in 2024, to go to, like, as an American to go to Brazil, you have to one, apply for a visa, pay the fee, and then you also have to show that you also have to show a printout of your bank of a bank statement showing that you have at least $2,000 in that bank account, in a bank account.
really,
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, and then towards the mid of 2024, if you want to travel to any European country, and that's, we're talking Spain, Italy, uh Germany, Poland, Norway, any European country, if you want to travel to it, you as a US citizen are going to have to apply and pay for a visa.
that is crazy.
Yeah, whereas before, bro, like before all this stuff started going in 2022 and 2023, US citizens could travel over Europe, like we could travel through Europe like we were European citizens. Now
No.
it's changing, and this thing is going to continue to change, and it's going to continue to become more restrictive for U.S. citizens, where now when you show somebody, yo, you're a U.S. citizen, they're gonna look at you sideways like, ugh, you're one of them. Like Americans are not liked in other countries because of, you know, their pretentious thinking that they're better than everyone, or like you go somewhere, it's like, oh, you gotta speak English. Like, no, bro, you're coming into my house, speak my language, or at least learn some basics of my language. Don't come here thinking you're superior to us, because you're not.
Right, and that's yeah. I mean, I kind of get it. I guess the country, everyone's kind of like standing up for themselves a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like U.S. kind of has been like trying to be that top dog for so long, and now people are like, wait a minute, we can like just do our own thing, and there's not gonna be an well, there might be an issue, but at the same time, you know, U.S. can't take on the entire world. You know, it's not possible. And the way Biden, no offense to any Biden lovers or anything, but it's been a rough 4 years. I'll say that. All right, we can all admit that.
Nah, bro, yo,
Years.
anyone that was a Biden supporter, bro, is no longer a Biden supporter. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, like, yeah, bro. I mean, it's been a rough 4 years. Let's go with that, dude. It's been wild. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care like what you claim as, right? As if you're Democratic or you're Republic. I just don't think anyone likes Biden. You know what I mean? It's like, brother, like they had to cut him off. I watched a speech where they had to cut him off from talking because he did not know what he was saying, like at all, bro.
Oh,
And
bro.
they had to walk him the stage.
That-
They
that,
cut him off from the mic and was like, thank you.
What's Biden is like Charles Barkley when they're doing interviews and talking. It's like the way he talks is like his mouth and his mind are not on the same accord, and it's like they gotta show stuff in the middle. So it's like bro, like yeah, man, man,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna you know say anything to offend anyone, but it's like bro, like the one thing that people need to understand about America is America's a corporation. America is a business,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So what I was trying to explain to people when it came down to the voting and stuff like that, it's like, cause bro, I literally had people that stopped being friends with me because I was like, yo, I'm voting for Trump. Like Trump is who we
Really?
need. Yeah. Oh, bros, dude, I had people stop talking to me. One of my boys, like my really really close friend, he hit me up. He's like, yo, cause he was like, yo, my sister hit me up at like 6 in the morning saying like, yo, like check out your IG, because I posted on IG, like I post a lot of Trump stuff right on IG, and then it's like, yo, like you're really voting for that racist bastard. I'm like, bro, I was like, racism is gonna be here after I die. It's gonna be here maybe after our kids die. Like, who knows when racism is ever gonna go away? But I was like, yo, at the end of the day, dude, I was like, you gotta look at the dollars. You gotta look at the money. How does this affect you and what you're trying to do? I was like, before anything, bro, I was like, I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. So I care about the bottom line. And on top of it, I'm like, did you guys even read Biden's proposals, like what he's trying to do? They're like, nah. They're like, did you? I'm like, absolutely, I did. I was like, why you think I started moving? I started shifting shit overseas, and I started the process of getting dual citizenship. I was like, you do not see what's coming. I was like, yo, one of the ways that, you know, middle classes were able to, you know, gain wealth and transfer it was like, you know, through real estate, doing the 1038 exchange, right? Where it's like you buy a $200,000 house, you fix it up, you increase the value in it, you sell it for 400, right? By you selling it for 400, you would have to pay taxes on $200,000 gain, right? But instead, you have a year to basically get into another investment, right? So then you take that 400,000, you flip it, you go and you get a $800,000 property. That $800,000 property, you do what you do with it, whatever. You flip it to, let's say, 1.1, and then you continue repeating the same process, right? So every time you repeat this process, you're deferring the tax to the end. You continue doing this, right, until essentially you croak, right? Once you pass away, the taxes that you owed on, let's say you were able to flip this and you got all the way to 10 mil. When you die, that the taxes that you're supposed to pay on that money completely goes away. It dies with you, right? So now your children, relatives, whatever, they're receiving $10 million in asset tax free. And one of Biden's proposal was to take away the 1038 exchange. And then another thing that he wanted to do, he wanted to implement every time you sold a property, you had to pay taxes right then and there.
So Hold on. So when you're buying the okay. So when you're buying the property, you don't have to pay the taxes, obviously. But then let's say you sell it. Let's say you buy a property for 200K, right? Do you have to pay tax on the 200K then, right?
Not if you roll that money into a more expensive property. So
Okay.
so if
So
you buy a
basically,
house,
if you buy 4.
yeah, so if no, so like it could be a 4 unit, a 5 unit, doesn't matter. But yeah, but like if you buy a property and you buy a property for 200, let's say you have an increased value of 100,000 when you sell it. When you sell it, you have to pay taxes on that 100,000. But what you do is you flip that 300,000 total into, let's say, a 400 or a $500,000 property, and you continue repeating this process. So essentially what you're doing is you're rolling over the taxes, right? You're rolling it to, like, once you're done with that whole process. So you continue rolling the taxes over, and when you pass away, that taxes essentially dissolves with you. So now you're leaving your relatives with a tax-free assets, right? But Biden was trying to get rid of that, and he was trying to also implement where if you sell a property, every time you sell it, you have to pay taxes. And most people might not remember this, but there was a point where they were trying to tax unrealized gains. And from the gate, in what he was proposing to do, I saw, okay, they're gonna raise taxes. Yo, I don't want to be paying any more taxes than I already am. And then on top of that, it's like, I know that they're using our money for bullshit. Like $1 million of budget money, bro, was used to see the effects of cocaine on beavers. Tell me, how does that help U.S. citizens? How does injecting beavers, which also is animal cruelty, like you're giving cocaine to beavers to see their what's the effects of it? What does that have to do with what does that do to help the American public? Nothing. Then they spent like $7 million on a freaking metal statue, which again brings no value or help to the U.S. citizens. Like, there's so much shit that they wasted. Like, bro, they wasted like over $50 million on dumb shit. That, like, nothing. Like, you could have taken that $50 million and help this country, help the people in this country. More so, bro, help our veterans, help the people that are fighting for the safety and the security of this country, right? Like, give these people help. Help them get houses. Like, there's so many veterans, bro, that are homeless, that don't get proper medical help and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, these people are giving their lives to fight whatever stupid ass war or situation you create or you get involved in, and then you don't want to take care of them. Like, get out of here.
Right.
Yeah, so stuff like that, where it's like, yo, I make it my, like, it's one of my missions to find every conceivable legal loophole to minimize taxes to zero to none.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, and that makes a lot of sense, and I agree. The U.S. uses a lot of money for a lot of stupid things, but then again, like, okay, wait, what was that with the Pentagon, or was it with the Pentagon? It was with something with the government where they missed like 6. I think you were telling me about it. They missed 6 audits.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
The
Pentagon budget, yeah. So the Pentagon, so they have, like, whatever $1 billion in budget, and for 5 times in a row they failed the audit, meaning there was millions of dollars that were allocated to places that they can't account for. So it's like, not only are they just being wasteful with the money, but they're also stealing money from the American public, because every time they spend and they do dumb shit with money, like, that comes out of us. Like, it's coming out of our pockets, right? We're gonna have to pay this tax, that tax. And for those that have W-2s, right, it's like, look at your W-2. Like, you be seeing some charges from, like, what the fuck is this? This insurance, that insurance, this, that, and the third. It's like, before you know, it's like, yo, a fourth of your check is gone, and you don't even know where.
Yeah.
And then when you need help,
they
like,
just roll with it.
Yeah, bro. Like, dude, the injustice out here, bro, is ridiculous. And it's like, this country, it's liberty, not freedom, right? So, liberty being that, you know, you can ask permission to leave or you can ask permission to do something. You don't have the freedom to do what you want when you want. Going deeper into that, it's like, yo, anyone that sits here and they think like, oh, they own properties, whatever. You don't own properties. You don't own your house. Like, there's nothing here that you have in the U.S. that you think you own that you really own. It's all a facade.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
You know?
And yeah.
And then
I mean,
on top of that, you
it's,
want,
yeah, 'cause when push comes to shove, yeah, no, they can take it. I mean, they'll
Yeah.
take it without any question too.
you know,
You know?
any questions? And ain't jack shit you can do about it. I mean, and I mean, with all saying this, like, you know, there is you know, a good side here as well. You know, great opportunity, right, to make money. A great opportunity to make something of yourself. But it's like, you know, we've all heard the terminology, yo, knowledge is power, dude. And the more knowledgeable you are in various areas, you know, the better off you're gonna be. And again, like all this knowledge that I know, bro, like I didn't know none about this before I got into trading, right? But through trading, between collaborations and meetings and networking with other individuals from all across, you know, different areas of the market, from acquisition firms, to insurance firms, to hedge funds, to brokers and stuff like that. Like, you know, I end up learning a lot. So, you know, my hope is that, you know, all of you guys that are, you know, participating or, you know, looking into getting into trading, like, don't confine yourself to just one particular area of the market, right? Because I know, like, on TradeCast, like, we have a bunch of, you know, stock share traders and a bunch of option traders and stuff like that, and those are all good, but you want to be able to be versatile where, you know, right now, let's say, you know, the stock market might not be, you know, it might not be bumping, right? Like, if you're looking at penny stocks, whatever, penny stock market might be dead. All right, cool. Penny stock market is dead. I'm gonna rock with the blue chips. I'm gonna do some options. Matter of fact, I'm gonna trade some futures, because futures, we're getting some pretty good movements, right? So a lot of different ways of to go about stuff, but you want to be versatile and you want to be knowledgeable. And, you know, as I mentioned yesterday, and I guess throughout this week, it's like, you want to know where your money is going. You want to know, you know, what is happening to your money, like, because it's your hard earned work, right? Whether you're physically working for something, or whether you're on here trading and it's all mental and stuff like that, whatever. It's like, you're still working for it, right? Like, a lot of people, they'll look at us traders and like, oh, you don't work. You're behind the screen. No, bro, that's work. Like, I have to sit here, I have to analyze, I have to sit here and think like, okay, what are these institutions or these market makers trying to do, right? Where they're trying to go with the market, okay? And you're taking a bunch of different information, you're breaking it down and analyzing it so you can then take action and whatever. So, you know, it becomes like, you know, like, it's serious stressful work at times and whatever. So a lot of people, they look at what we do and they're like, oh, it's not work, but say, yo, this is work. So you want to, you know, be versatile in the market. You don't want to just be, oh, I'm a shorter, or, oh, I'm a bull. Like, all I do is buy, because that was me in the beginning, bro. And then, you know, I started, you know, adding to my list of things. Then, you know, you want to learn about taxes. You want to learn about, okay, what's going on in your, you know, in your particular area, wherever you're geographically located. Then you want to pay attention to what's going on abroad. Being able to decipher what's going on abroad and how that's going to affect you or us here is going to give you such a leg up on any other trader or person that is just confined to one specific thing, right? And again, news, current events, those all offer great opportunities to make money in the market, whether it be options, shares, or futures, or crypto.
Yep. Nope. I agree. I mean, you can't be biased one way or another, especially when you're a stock trader, man. I mean, like, if you're a long biased trader, then you're only looking for long plays. And let's say, like, a day like today, like, you know, actually it's not terrible today, but like, let's say you get a day where you move like, I don't know, $6 or $7 to the downside, and you just got crapped on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You were long biased, so it's
Oh, you missed it.
Going in without that perception of being, biased one way or another is really what is the difference between a good and a great trader as well.
Mm-hmm.
That and being versatile enough to you have to adapt. Like one strategy might work in a certain market and another might work in that same strategy might not work
Exactly.
2 years later in a different market. You know what I mean? It's like you have to adapt. You have to have certain strategies for certain markets and everything.
Absolutely.
I agree. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Like I know some traders that like they only do gap plays, right? Sometimes like there are points in the year where gap plays are not viable and they miss out. You know what I'm saying? They miss out on movements and stuff like that. So I say that because again, everyone that's part of Tradecaster, they're able to tune into all these different streamers and learn different things and be able to participate. But outside from trading, it's like, okay, how do you manage your money? Like, what are you going to do with that money? Like, are you going to go and blow it and buy an exotic and then, be be out to dry because, you instead of putting that money in something that would give you passive or residual income, to then you can use that to to splurge on exotics or other stuff like that. So you just have to be very meticulous when it comes to just this overall financial industry, right? Like trading is just one aspect. Then you want to know what to do with your money. Then you want to know, okay, well, how can I protect my assets? Then you want to know, okay, well, how can I lower my taxable income, right? It's like, okay, well, because bro, like the more you make, the more you're gonna pay. I mean, if you're not knowledgeable, and one thing that like I learned from dealing with like various CPAs is that majority of them, dude, are bare minimum. Like they just literally do the bare minimum shit where like you're just a paycheck to them. Like they're not actively trying to find ways to save you money. They're not keeping up on the changes and updates to certain tax codes and how it can benefit you. Do I've even gotten to a point where like I've I guess advised other business owners that like they had an accountant that quote unquote is their friend. I'm like, okay, this is your friend, but I'm like, but they're not saving you money. It's like you've been operating this business for over 12 years, and for over 12 years you could have been saving an additional $200,000-300,000 a year or more. And I was like, and they didn't notify you to this? It's just like, bro, like I'd be baffled when I see this, and I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, business is business, friends is friends. It's like if this person doesn't have your best interest, I'm like, you want to continue paying and dishing out that extra $300,000-400,000 a year to the government when it could be 50,000, 100,000. Hey, by all means, I'm just gonna let you know. And then to the point where they're like, yo, I'll hire you as my accountant. I'm like, I don't care to be an accountant. I can give you like the information, tell you the codes and stuff like that, and then take that to your accountant. But I'm like, I have no interest in sitting here and going through tons and tons of paperwork and whatever. I was like, nah, bro.
Right.
But it was just crazy because I'm like, yo, I'm not a licensed CPA, but like I know the tax codes. I know, what I mean, the different loopholes and stuff like that. And whenever I put certain people onto stuff where it's like, oh shit, and then they're like, damn, and I'm like, yeah, like you need an accountant that maybe does some kind of investments, or an accountant that has a business, because just a straight up accountant that is gonna do the bare minimum like TurboTax, bro, is like you're better off just going to do that and save yourself the money.
Right. Because yeah, dude. I mean, yeah. You think about it. They're not looking to save you any money. They're just looking to do your taxes. You really think? You know what I mean? Like they're just looking to get it done with. To the next person. Yeah. And that's funny, dude. Being an accountant, it's like bro, I'm a trader. It's like, and really think about it, bro. This is the thing. I don't know. If you care about your money and you care about like getting rich, or not even that, just saving money, bro, just having more of it. This is something I feel like a lot of people should know. Like, I don't know all the tax codes or anything, but like I'm definitely looking to learn them, because I mean that's something I should know. It's just like you should know your laws if you live in America, right?
Yep.
Like a cop goes
and abroad.
Over, it's like, yeah, bro.
And abroad, like
you should know your laws.
Yep. Like if you.
Yep.
Yep. If there's a specific, let me see. If there's like a country that you want to go to, you definitely want to look up their laws, because laws just like in the US, they differ from state to state, country to country, the laws differ, right? So you always want to stay up on top of that, and you know, and be sure that you know you're not breaking any laws, because you know, mess around, you might go somewhere, you know, and catch that whatever that Britney chick basketball player's name is that you know brought
Oh,
brought
yeah,
THC
bro.
to Russia and got arrested and stuff like that. Yeah, so you wanna know that a good book to get and read. It's called. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. It's called Deduct Everything. Okay, if you've never really, got into the tax code or whatever, this book right here is great. Okay, it's called Deduct Everything. You can get it on Amazon.
And what is this about? Is this about taxes and
Yep.
save some money? Okay.
Yep.
Deduct everything. Oh, there it is. All right.
Gator said what's up, and he said for me to tell you, make sure you're trading in a corp, or make sure it's mark to market election.
Okay. So what, like a C corp or like an LLC?
I would
Is that what you
say
mean?
so. Yeah, like so essentially a business, but I would say all right. So until and tax trader status, yes, and tax trader status with the IRS, so that way if you take certain losses, you can deduct everything and whatnot. But yeah,
Okay.
I would say like a
Yeah.
S
No.
corp. A S corp is more beneficial. Like once you're making like at least over 200K. Like if you're making over 200K, that's where a S corp would come into play. But if you're not making if you're not generating 200K and over, I mean, you can just still do it as. I mean, you can do it as an L. You can start off as an LLC, and then you can have your LLC be treated as an S corp, so that way you have the benefits of both. So different ways to,
Okay.
to structure things and stuff like that.
Right.
And then you know where you want to register it. So I wouldn't recommend registering it in PA. I would say Wyoming, because of the privacy protection that you get from them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. All right.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. I heard a little bit about that. Yeah. With yeah, you get more protections. Yeah. I mean, PA is a pretty. I don't
What's the
know. There's a
tax?
lot of
What's the
things I
tax rate
agree
in
with
PA?
necessarily, but yeah, man. I mean,
Do you know the tax rate in PA?
I want to say like 13.
Shit.
I think I said this. Hold on. What do you mean, like sales tax?
State tax, not sales tax, like state
Oh,
tax.
oh, yeah. I want to say I could be completely wrong in that. I think I saw.
I'm gonna Google it right now.
I think 13. Could be completely wrong.
About to find out right now.
Let's see. Uh. Oh, never mind. 3. Personal income tax.
Okay.
Something like that. I think 3. Yeah, 14 would be a little crazy. I forget what I'm thinking. Something.
Yeah, bro, my eyes, yo, my eyes like freaking bulged out of my head when you said that. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Pennsylvania, state tax is 3.07.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause I was about to say, bro, 13. Good lord, people gonna want to move out of here
Yeah,
like they
bro.
moved out of California.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro. I can't even. I cannot. I'm sorry for anyone that lives in Cali, bro. Kudos to you. You guys got to be loaded to survive over there, dude. Like, you got to be balling, dude, because you guys been taxed like off the whaps, dude. Like, I seen that tax, man, and that is crazy. California people. What
Yeah.
is there? What is
California state tax is 7.25%. So they're 25 so they're like 0.25 above Rhode Island.
Oh, so you get 7 as well.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, dude.
Yeah.
You get hit. You get hit over there.
Let me see. Race range.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy.
So
All
yeah,
right,
so
well,
ours
Ryan,
is 7.
Ryan's Florida. Florida's not bad.
Yeah, well that's why my LLCs are all registered in Florida and overseas. Bro, I think it was back in 2014 that I did it. Cause Florida doesn't have state tax, just federal.
Oh yeah, is that what it is? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Sales, okay. I just see what sales tax is like normal 6%. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yep, yeah, Florida's a good spot. I mean, and the thing is, dude, I like Florida, bro. Oh, AK is just Texas. There we go. Get
Yeah,
that
Texas
American
as
going.
well. No state tax, just federal.
Yep, and that's pretty cool. I mean, and that's where it's at. We get into it, dude. I need to. Whenever I register, yeah, I gotta go somewhere. I think that's the one because of the Privacy Act. I think you recommended me.
Yeah, Wyoming or Delaware. Wyoming or Delaware. Awesome. Privacy tax. Like basically, like any state, you open up a business, like people are gonna be able to know that you own that business. Versus Wyoming and Delaware, like you open up a business, it's not reported that you own it.
Okay.
So
Okay. So you're just saving yourself some.
yeah,
money.
so you're anonymous. I mean, you avoid having all these calls and telemarketers and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yeah, let me tell you, man. Oh, those are the funniest and worst. There's so many. Actually, bro, my buddy does wholesale real estate for them, and he's good with that. So he hires people, bro, for like 1,200 a month to do like his cold calling for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and like he just hires guys from like different countries over the world, like India, Africa area, or whatever it may be. And yeah, dude. I mean, apparently, I was like, is that good? Like ROI? He's like, oh, dude, it's killer. Apparently, he gets
Hell
like,
yeah.
so many leads off it, bro.
Bro, because that to hire, like he's probably paying them like what, maybe 1,000, 1,200 a month. You'd be having to pay someone weekly here in the U.S. And
Bro, literally.
and mind you, and you also have to pay workman's comp. You'd also have to pay workman's comp, and insurance and stuff like that. So like when you have everything based overseas, dude, you're saving a ton of money.
Right.
So your
That's what I'm
ROI is
saying,
bigger.
that's worth that.
Yeah, and it's all
Yup.
about saving, bro. It's all about saving.
Yeah. And people, what's crazy is when we were all younger, we used to find these topics so boring, right?
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh,
Like when we were young, we'd be like, "Oh my goodness, dude, who wants to talk about taxes? That's so dumb and everything." Like that. But now it's like, "Yo, bro, actually, yeah, I'd love to talk about what I'm saving, what money I can save, and everything." It's like,
bro, that wasn't even a
it's crazy,
topic for
bro.
me. Like coming up in school, that wasn't even a topic, bro. Like when I think back of like elementary, junior high, high school, when taxes really came about was when I was in college, like studying business management. I was like, other than that,
Really?
yeah, bro. Other than that, I never heard about taxes, formation of businesses, bro. The curriculum back then is like, okay, you learned English, math. I had to take a reading class because English was my second language.
Okay.
So I wasn't, reading at a level that was equivalent to other kids. So like I was in ESL up until high school. So elementary and junior high, I was in ESL, which English is a second language. But from there, dude, it's like I did, like I was really good in, even now, like I'm really good in math and science to where I was able to like take a test and go to like a vocational school where like you get on a list. So like I ended up being like first pick. But yeah,
There we
so
go.
and even there like I learned a trade, but not like trading, but like I learned a trade. Like my shop was business and social media. So like I learned how to put computers together. And I did a lot with Photoshop, image editing, and videography, which I do none of that. Like that's not even nothing I do. So that would be something that like I would outsource and stuff like that. But
Right.
yeah, but even then, like, yo, taxes never came about. How to set up a business, like everything that we should be taught, we're not taught. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you know this, but it's like, who developed the educational system and the criteria for the school was John Rockefeller, right? Where it's like he doesn't want, like, he didn't want a nation of thinkers. He just wanted a nation of followers, right? People that are just gonna do what they want to do. And something that's crazy, like if you compare the dynamic of a school and the dynamics of a prison, they're the same. In school, like, yo, we're sat in, in long lines where we have to ask questions. We have to put our hands up for this. The cafeteria from elementary, junior high to high school, it's like, yo, you put in a line and you go around like in an L shape to, to get the food, and then you sit down in these long rows of lines of, tables where you sit. And if you look at how prisoners are like, the only difference is that their facility has a fence around it, but they move in herd lines. They're sat in long row tables where it's, one like I sit, you sit in front of me. It's the same thing in school. So it's just like that same ideology that's used in schools is also used in prison, or vice versa, or whatever. So it just gets you thinking like, damn, like, yo, they really want to just herds of, that will just do and not ask or not question. And they make it seem like there's only one specific way to get to a specific destination, which is false, right? There's many different ways to get to a desired result and whatnot. And then they fill your mind with a bunch of shit that you're not even gonna use, bro. Like, who the hell, like, unless you wanted to be a rocket scientist or an engineer, like, are you really gonna sit here and use trigonometry, geometry, and all that stuff? Like, no. Like, most of us don't even use algebra, where it's, x to the y and this and the third and whatever, you know what I mean? But like stuff that, like, but if they really taught you, like, okay, well, this is how you set up a business. This is how you, manage money. You want to make sure you utilize this, that, and the third. Everything that could basically set you free and have you be your own person where you live in life on your terms, they didn't teach us.
All right, and they don't plan to. I mean, look at it, dude. It's literally like made by the Rockefellers to make better factory workers, bro. If you really think about it, bro. Sit there for 8 hours, learn.
Yeah.
You get a 30-minute lunch break, bro.
Yeah.
Like, literally, if you ever thought about a business, scratch that, because that's not gonna. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was saying earlier, I made a little TikTok
Would
on
have
it,
failed.
how, like, if you go to college, and how if you go to school, like, let's say you graduate high school, right? Let's say you graduate high school and go into the workforce and you're making $20 an hour as so-and-so, right? But you go to college for the same thing to, like, get a bachelor's degree or something. You pick up, like, $100K in student debt, but now you come out of college and you're making $30 an hour in the same field as someone who makes $20 an hour doing it, right? Maybe, you just get a better position or something in the same company and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you really think about it, you're still making you're making the same amount for, like, the first, like, 30 years. Right, because that guy that's making $20 an hour doesn't have an $800 a month student loan debt bill or whatever it is to pay off, while you do. So it's like you're realistically making the same amount, right? You're paying $1,000, $1,200 a month to student loan just to pay them off, and surely when you're like 50 to 60 years old, it's gonna pay off. But until then, it's like, you're literally gonna be in that debt. Surely you get the experience of college or whatnot and being on your own for the first time, but it's not. Like, financially, meaningful wise, it's the same. Obviously, take it with a grain of sand. Obviously, if you're going to be like a doctor, you're going to make more than a guy that went to be like, I don't know, like a zoologist or something. But like, it's just the same thing. It's like, you pick up debt just to pay off debt, just so that you can make more money. But it takes you 20, 30 years for the normal person to like pay off that debt. It's like, bro, like, it's like, I don't know. I don't know.
Constant.
Luckily you became a stock trader, so it wasn't that open.
Yo, bro, that's the one thing I be saying. I'm like, yo, I'm so glad I dropped out of college, dude. Like, and I saved myself from getting in debt. To then, bro, like, most people, look around your immediate family, friends, people they know, whatever. 8 times out of 10, you're gonna have people that they went to college for a degree, and they're not even in that field. They're not even utilizing that degree. So you got in debt for something that you're not gonna use. Makes no sense.
Literally, bro.
Like, makes no sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get it. I get it, because it's like, at the end of it, it's like, you got bills to pay, you got stuff like that, whatever. But it's like, yeah, like, you're in, thousands of dollars in debt for something that you're not gonna use. It's like,
right, and I said that before. It's more or less just like, okay, if you have no other plans, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. Like, you're making money still, it's not a bad idea. But like, if you have literally no other game plan, yeah, sure, go to college, go get a 9 to 5, that's fine. But if you're young, aka even if you're not young and you're older, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's just chasing. Like, there's no such thing as security, man. And people think just because like you have the most security being, getting some 9 to 5. But let's say your job has layoffs, you know what I mean? Let's say your job, the company shuts down. They're not making enough money. So now you're out of a job and you only have one income stream. you're just as broke as the guy that's, you know what I mean, not working at all. It's like, it's just a main fact that like there's no such thing as security in this world. And
Nope.
people that think that security is a thing, it's like, dude, nobody has this world figured out. Some people have it figured out more than others, but it's no company is really that secure, bro. They can shut down at any given time, at any moment, right? If the CEO wants to quit and the next person that comes in line wants to sell the company to somebody else, and like it can just go down really quick no matter what. And that's just my thing. It's like, all right, well, you weren't born in this world to go work some office job or go work construction for your whole life or whatever. They're not coming at any construction workers, but you weren't born for that. You know what I mean? Like spiritually, and everything. You probably feel drained after like 20 years or whatnot. And then at the end of your life, you'll look back and be like, damn, well, how was my 2 week vacation the last 30 years? You know what I mean? Like that I get every year, and like how's that? Maybe I spend the last 5 months of income I made on Christmas. And I'd be like, is that really a great life? It's like, no, dude. He's like, fuck that. It's like, no, bro. Like, I'd rather, and when you really chase something and you're really trying to achieve it, you're gonna get it, whatever it is. You know what I mean? If you really think about it, you manifest it, you vibrate at that level of whatever it may be, you're going into that spiritual side or whatnot, like, you will hit it. Like, you know what I mean? It's nothing's impossible. Yeah. But if you're just floating through life, man, it's not gonna happen.
No, sir.
Also, Ryan asked if you have a YouTube channel. on a less spiritual note.
Yep.
Do you have a YouTube channel? Ryan asked.
Me, you or me?
You.
Yeah. Rigonometry trading.
Do you want to link it in my good old in my chat then? I got you, Ryan. Don't you worry, buddy.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me look.
So yeah, guys, you can find Caesar there. You just plug yourself out, bro. So if any of you guys have heard Caesar today and like what he's talking about or anything, you guys can find him everywhere, man. Instagram. I don't know if he has a TikTok. He should get one if he doesn't. You gotta get on TikTok.
Actually, I do. I started like posting on it.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I started posting on it. Actually, what I want to start like doing some lives on it too, man. And
right.
Grow, because dude, like I've seen some people like blow up from posting and doing lives on TikTok.
Right. Yep, that's where it's at. TikTok, Instagram lives, because that's where people are. You think about it, they're scrolling and then they scroll onto you and then they're like, oh, wait a minute, this guy's kind of cool. And they follow you and then they stay for a while and they learn about trading. And especially if you're talking about things like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They be like, yo, bro, I'm trying to learn this. Like, what? Give me the sauce.
Right? Yeah, buddy. Deck's going to have some pretty cool things coming out come next week, guys, as well. I'm pretty sure he said that. Let me not promo that. Not anything. Good old couple of different things. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's see. A few more days, he says. You read it. Yeah, you read the chat, didn't you, Caesar?
Yes. Few more days. Yep. Oh yeah. I read it. Yeah. So he's just waiting on the approval and stuff like that. Yeah. That's dope. That'll be dope.
There we go. So yeah, buddy. Well, it's been a great day. I think I'm gonna hop off and call it a week. It's been a good week. I can't complain about it. I mean, pretty good week. I'll take it.
Like Happy New Year.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. So, guys, this is my last. Well, okay, I may be on tomorrow, but that's more or less not likely. It just depends on what time I leave. But yeah, guys. So that's probably gonna be it for me for the week until 2024. Woo! It's been a good one.
Yes, it has. Yes, buddy. It was. Thank you, man. Appreciate the invite to the duel this morning. Enjoy. Are you going on a trip or something?
Yeah, a wrestling tournament going up to. It's not too far. It's like 45 minutes away from me.
Oh, you better win, bro. You better win. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Yep. So we'll see. Yeah, it's Coach Super Bowl. It's gonna be fun. So.
All right. Well, good luck. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you win. You know, if you better win. I'm just gonna say that you better win.
Yeah, I'll give you guys results. Don't worry.
I bet.
So. Yeah, buddy, thanks for the info today. And you guys, like I said, anyone in my chat or Caesar's, you guys can find him. YouTube, TikTok, all of it, man. He's around. He's always here, buddy.
Yes, sir. Like you, my good sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, buddy. Yup. Take
All
care,
right,
man.
so you
See
know what? I'm
Friday.
gonna call it a day too, man. 11:30, London's closed. Yeah, so that'll be it for me today too. So glad you know what I'm saying we're able to end green on a day. And so yeah, so enjoy the trip. Happy New Year's. If I'll hit you up Sunday, but if anything, Happy New Year's to you and everyone on the stream. I will be on tomorrow, probably not for like the whole day, maybe like an hour or so. So yeah, so if anything, I'll catch you guys all tomorrow.
All right, sounds good, bro. Happy New Year. Take care, buddy.
Later.